Tonight, on Beyond the District, we take a look at how one man has a fish story he can tell his friends, and how a family is in hot water because of a baby seal.
Beyond the District will return in 2 minutes.
What a pain. Now hang me up to dry. You run me out too many times. Now hang me up to dry. I'm burning like the whites of your eyes.
Hello, I'm Brittany Osorio and welcome to TV21's Beyond the District.
And I'm Jaden Campana. Later on tonight, we will take a look at how one Iowa high school is up for sale, and a graduation became a sudden family reunion.
But up first tonight, when the Library of Congress comes to mind, you probably don't think of movies, TV shows, or old school vinyl. But every year, artists from decades past are making their way into digital archives of the library's National Recording Registry. It's a massive undertaking, combing through analog records that date as far back as the late 1800s. Photography journalist St. John Benna shows us how it's done.
All right, let's do this, as they say. Our mission at its most fundamental is to transfer the analog recordings of the last 125 years to digital files. Remember, we have to play these things back in real time, and we have 3.5 million sound recordings here that probably have an average play time of somewhere between 10 and 20 minutes.
Part of our job is to acquire and preserve a record of America's audiovisual creativity. Now in video, for the most part, it's mass digitization. We have the robots, we have a lot of tapes. In film, it's a little different.
Original camera negative from 1903.
It's going to be much more of a one-on-one, hands-on, boutique sort of preservation. One of the issues we have is the sheer depth of material that's out there.
A lot more is coming in than we can immediately address and catalog and preserve.
The resources, the staff, the technologies, to be able to handle the scale of the material is the biggest challenge.
There are inevitably going to be films that we don't get to. We celebrate the things that we can save, and we mourn those that we just can't rescue.
Well, it wouldn't be Christmas without Libby's applesauce cake.
This initial digital migration is essential. It's something that can be migrated, moved, and played on many different platforms.
I think they would like to strengthen their own military position along the Himalayan border.
Now we're in a digital age where we're creating all of these files.
There is so much to learn from the past.
They tell us who we were, where we are, and can even give us clues as to where we're going.
Up next, at a Wyoming elementary school, teachers and students rallied to support a boy with a disability that affects his legs, but not his spirit. Dustin Askham has the story of the major milestone he reached.
Fifth grade student Nate Watson walks his 500th mile at Sagebrush Elementary School. Teachers and classmates cheered for Nate as he reached the milestone that began during his kindergarten year.
It's cool that everyone's out here.
Nate was born with cerebral palsy. Doctors told his parents he would be confined to a wheelchair by age 12. Nate proved them wrong.
Here he is, and He's still getting around. He just only got the crutches this year.
Walking improves Nate's condition by strengthening his leg muscles.
He loves to do it. It's his favorite thing to do is get out and walk. And
it takes 4 laps around this playground to equal 1 mile. So that means that Nate has walked around his playground 2,000 times in the past 7 years.
Odin!
Linda Gifford was Nate's teacher during his first year at the school. She says he couldn't climb the slide or swing at recess, so he started to walk laps.
And every time he'd do 1 lap, at the beginning he would fall 10 times and get back up, brush himself off, and start again. Never complained one time.
Gifford says Nate's drive inspires teachers and students.
He's a hero for the whole school.
You're an amazing young man.
Nate's prize for the milestone? The summer pass to the pool. In Sheridan, Dustin Askham, Color 8 News.
High school seniors in California put their high school up for sale, offering a bargain price with a double meaning of part of a senior prank. But wait until you see who the real mastermind is behind the stunt. Maria Manita reports.
It sounds like prime Roseville real estate. 20 acres, 22 bathrooms, and 132 member cleaning staff.
It would be too much for me.
Well, what if I told you it is selling for $2,014?
That's very cheap.
Apparently, Oakmont High School is for sale.
You're kidding!
She's right, it is a joke. A senior prank, we're told. This for sale sign went up sometime Monday morning right under the Oakmont High digital billboard.
That's what it was supposed to look like.
Students may have pulled off the prank, but the real mastermind behind it all?
I Googled senior pranks.
An Oakmont High mom.
This is a great idea.
Jessica Holden's daughter is a senior here. She asked her mom to think of pranks. Jessica says she didn't mind helping as long as her daughter didn't get in trouble.
So is Oakmont known for its pranks?
A little bit.
Jared Andrade is an Oakmont sophomore and says school leaders warn students they won't put up with pranks.
They've been pretty bad the last few years. I remember a couple of years ago they actually chainsawed a tree in half.
Just good, clean fun.
But Jessica says this prank was all in good fun. A school selling for $2,014.
Kind of don't get it, but it's basically their year, 2014.
Oh, okay. Unfortunately, the sign fell in the hot sun. But Jessica says she's got the rest of the school week to plan a prank, part 2.
If you can't joke in life and have fun, then too bad.
An Iowa high school has a rare claim to fame. Multiples are graduating this May. Angie Sharp has the details.
When you flip through the yearbook of Davenport West High School, you might start seeing double or even triple. There's Brandon and Brittany, Kelsey and Kylie, the Gaylords, and the Geikens. This senior class has not 1, not 2, but 8 sets of multiples.
It's funny because a lot of us are friends. It's like we gravitate towards each other.
Alexis and Anthony were both born January 22nd, 1996. But that's where the similarities end.
Well, we're very different.
Exact opposites.
Yeah.
Anthony is involved in automobiles and athletics. Alexis, the arts and academics.
I have a 4.0. I have an accumulative 4.0 as well. And
I have no clue what mine is. I just know I'm passing.
July 8th.
On the opposite end are the identicals.
Yeah, we're used to being called the twins. So.
You don't mind that?
No.
Dawn and Melanie do pretty much everything together, from singing duets to sharing the stage.
But I think we're more on the side of being best friends. We don't argue.
We actually kind of fought a lot.
The triple threat belongs to the triplets, though. Courtney, Brittany, and Derek.
Well, most people don't even know we're triplets.
In a way, I think it would be cool if we looked alike, but I'm glad we don't because I don't want to be mistaken all the time.
They look different, but all 3 are going to Iowa State to major in engineering.
We're constantly around each other.
These 2 are both going to UNI to become teachers. As for Alexis and Anthony, one is going away to school and one is staying here.
I don't know. I'm going to miss him.
1 set of triplets, 7 sets of twins, 17 students who share something else in common.
And they've just all been successful in their own way, cheerleading, dance, you name it, that group has done it, and they've all done it really well.
All together at once.
We've been wanting to do this since freshman year.
It's something they'll remember for a long time.
A snapshot of a unique class that's like each other, but unlike any other.
Now we are going to take a short break, but coming up, we have a look at how a story to share about a huge fish.
And we also take a look at how some gadgets might be coming to a store near you. Stick around, we'll be right back. Made no sense.
Welcome back. Most 19-year-old college students are just getting settled into a much-needed summer vacation, but an MIT undergraduate will be spending his break in a tiny 33-year-old airplane by himself. Candace Crone introduces us to the pilot who wants to become the youngest man ever to fly around the world solo.
10 News was there as 19-year-old Matt Guthmiller landed his plane with ease at Gillespie Field. The MIT student got in a little extra practice before the trip of his life.
I'm not really nervous. Of course, once I get out an hour over the ocean for the first time and all I can see is blue, that might change a little bit.
On Wednesday, Guthmiller will hop aboard this 1981 Beechcraft A36 Bonanza in hopes of becoming the youngest person to fly solo around the world. He says he was inspired after 21-year-old Jack Wiegand of Fresno completed the trip last spring. Wiegand currently holds the Guinness World Record. The college sophomore says his passion for flying started at a young age.
You know, I always played flight simulator games growing up. Always wanted to go eat out at the airport cafe and watch planes take off and land.
Guthmiller told us the trip should take him about 40 days or 160 hours of flying time. He plans to make about 20 stops on 5 continents and update his status on social media along the way. The young pilot says when he shared his interest in flying with his parents, they didn't think he'd take it this far.
And, you know, I think at the time they thought I was just going to do this little 20-minute flight, get it out of my system, and now 3 years later I'm going to go fly solo around the world.
Although Guthmiller has his eyes on earning a spot in the history books, he says he hopes the trip will inspire other young people to follow their dreams. Candace Crone, 10 News.
Up next, the man that police say struck Brad Pitt in the face at a movie premiere has a habit of causing trouble for celebrities. Gene Moon reports the man has a reputation as a prankster.
This is the story of a prankster who went one prank too far when he attended the premiere of Angelina Jolie's latest movie and lunged at her fiancé, Brad Pitt.
Can we get a wave, Brad?
Instead of just giving a wave, police say Pitt got struck in the face. TMZ reported the actor's sunglasses were broken, and the guy who leaped at Pitt ended up with his pants in the clutches of security with his oddball underwear showing. He was then arrested by Los Angeles police. Vitaly Saduk is his name.
And they say the entertainment reporter for who?
Who puts him on TV?
Well, at this point, maybe nobody. The Ukrainian channel 1+1 says he was fired after crawling under the actress America Ferrera's dress at the Cannes Film Festival in mid-May and getting dragged away. Now he's being called everything from
this jerk
to
this nut.
What an obnoxious moron, fumed one online poster. He first attracted attention when he went up to Madonna at a press conference and gave her a hydrangea.
You're my princess. Thank you so much. I love you.
But she didn't love the hydrangea. A mic caught Madonna saying she loathes them.
I absolutely loathe hydraulics.
For his next escapade, Saduk tried to kiss Will Smith on the mouth, though Smith kept turning his cheek and finally swatted Saduk.
What the hell is your problem, buddy?
I'm sorry, Will.
It's just awkward, Dave.
I suppose if anyone deserves a slap, it's us for covering the guy. In 2013, Saduk crashed the Grammys. As Adele accepted her award, he came on stage wearing glasses while Jennifer Lopez tried to keep him at bay. Saduk spent about 10 hours in jail.
It was a horrible experience, but still it was experience.
His latest experiences involved hugging celebrity crotches. That's actor Bradley Cooper trying to get Saduk off him. And that's Leonardo DiCaprio taking the lap lunge with a smile. Saduk also tried to crash a Metropolitan Museum gala in a mankini. Come on! Borat did that at the Cannes Film Festival 8 years ago. With this kind of behavior, no wonder celebrities are getting a little crotchety. Jeannie Mo, CNN, New York.
In our 24/7 world, many of us have become obsessed with our high-tech devices, be it a smartphone, e-reader, computer, or other gadgets. But when we use them correctly or just plain overdo it, we may get some aches and pains. Holly Furfur has more in today's Health Minute.
Pat Newby has traveled to 87 countries and 7 continents, but a recent trip left her with a nagging neck pain.
I thought the worst because the pain was that severe.
The culprit? Her e-reader.
We're dubbing it smartphone finger. Some other problems are mouse tendinitis or sometimes just a tablet neck.
And that's what Newby had. She strained her neck and shoulder muscles from hours of looking down at an e-reader in her lap. The remedy? Getting her body back into proper alignment, starting with sitting up straight.
You want the top of your screen to be roughly at or just below eye level. Okay. You want your shoulders relaxed, okay? Elbows close to your body, that's wonderful. And you're already protecting your lower body because you want your thighs parallel to the floor. You want your hips, knees, and ankles at 90-degree angles, and you want your feet flat on the floor.
Taking frequent breaks can also help reduce injury. For today's Health Minute, I'm Holly Furfur.
It is now time for another break. Coming up later in the show, we will take a look at
Beyond the District. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Beyond the District. I'm Brittany Osorio. California wildlife officials catch a family red-handed trying to take a harbor seal from its habitat. Mike Maybach has a story on how the seal pup was recovered.
Swimming among this pool of seal pups is little Beamer Cruz, and oh, does she have quite the tale to tell.
Beamer Cruz was a little harbor seal that was on the beach.
When suddenly, a family physically picked up the seal pup from the beach that's located just south of Carmel and put the pup into an RV and drove off.
I have no idea what was in the minds of these individuals. I gotta believe they were well-intentioned, but I have no idea what their plan was.
The Marine Mammal Center's Jeff Bohm says 2 of his volunteers in the area got wind of the seal pup snatching and tracked down the RV where inside a laundry basket was little Beamer Cruz.
Followed it to a parking lot, found the folks, talk to them, let them know that this little harbor seal that they had, it would have been best left on the beach.
Now separated from her mom, the pup was transported to the Marine Mammal Center in Sausalito.
Eager for fish and like spending time in the pool.
Officials say even if you're trying to help the animal, it is illegal to remove marine wildlife.
They're so darn cute, though, that people just feel compelled to do something to take care of this animal. Unbeknownst to them, that animal doesn't need any care from them whatsoever. So we're consistently trying to get the message out. Leave seals be.
BOEM doesn't know if the individuals were ever sighted, but Beamer Cruise, named after the BMW she was placed in right after her rescue, is now double her weight and getting closer to being released back into the home she was abruptly taken from.
It was an emotional Memorial Day weekend for one Florida mother. Her son and daughter, her only 2 children, are getting ready to leave for Marine boot camp. Elizabeth Campbell talked to the family.
Since they're both leaving at the same time, and I do have mixed emotions, but I'm very happy for them. Yeah, very happy.
Leslie Berry wipes away tears as she talks about her 2 children leaving for Marine boot camp within the same month. They're tears of sadness and joy, as she will miss her kids terribly, but is so proud of them. 23-year-old Shannon leaves Tuesday, and her 18-year-old brother Brandon leaves June 16th. These siblings say they were born to fight for their country, and doing it together makes the experience that much more special.
We've been like best friends. He's always been there for me, and I've been there for him, and that's one of the best things is going in with him.
Shannon says she's known she was born to be a Marine since 10th grade, and being able to wear that uniform can't get here fast enough.
There's something that burns inside of me, like I cannot wait to become a Marine, to stand for something more, to stand for this country, and to be something different. I know that I was born to be different and to help people and change people's lives, and that's what I want to do.
These 3 have always been close, but Brandon says he knows his mom will get through it.
This is to better us. This is to break us down and build us back up and to give us, the character that we need, And so my mom is very sad to see us go, because there's going to be nobody in the house anymore. But like I said, she's more proud than anything, so I think she'll be all right.
Their mom says she's going to keep herself busy during each of their 13 weeks of boot camp, and she says this Memorial Day will be more special than ever before.
I'm going to miss them, but I know they're both going to be, wonderful man, wonderful woman when they come out, and I'm just so happy for them.
A Florida man has quite a fish tale to tell. He reeled in a whopper off Boynton Beach and has pictures to prove it. Kelly Dunn has the story.
It was a pretty good day out on the boat for Justin Richter.
Kingfish almost took all the line off my reel, actually. Those fish are very strong and put up a very good fight.
But the fight doesn't even compare to what Richter caught early Sunday morning.
Beach him, you gotta beach him.
Richter and 4 of his buddies headed out to the Boynton Beach Inlet, and they reeled in the catch of a lifetime.
We got in close, it didn't seem that very big. And then we saw the whole entire fish, and we realized this thing is huge. And then it took off, and then the fight was on.
A fight, Richter says, lasted more than an hour. Richter hooked a sawfish.
Oh my God, it's a saw shark. That was our first thing. The rarest species of all. We've never even seen one in person, pictures, anything.
Sawfish are shark-like fish with a long, thin snout covered in razor-sharp teeth. The snout looks like a saw. They are endangered, so it's rare to snag one.
He was just so powerful, so strong with fish. It's like he wasn't even hooked, basically, because he just kept swimming out, and he wasn't even on our line.
The line is cut, the sawfish is turned carefully, and it ultimately swims away.
Just incredible, incredible. That's my word. I've been saying it is incredible, because it's like we're gonna remember this the rest of our lives.
Wrapping up tonight's show, there was some extra excitement Sunday at the graduation ceremony of high school in Grand Forks, North Dakota. A military father surprised his daughter and brought the crowd to tears. Victoria Correa has a story.
The Central High School graduation ceremony started out like any other. Speeches,
other opportunities just waiting for us.
Music, and of course, handing out diplomas. Proud parents watched on, but for one student, something was missing: her father.
I don't think I realized that it was that he wasn't going to be here until he called me, because it's the same number that he's been calling me from the past 5 months.
Taylor Crafton's father, Chris, a member of the Air Force, had been deployed to Cuba months prior.
The Craftons didn't think Chris would be able to make it, so they had this made.
My mom's friend, she made it for us back in Virginia and sent it to us for prom and then for graduation, so he could still be here in spirit.
But as it turns out, they didn't need it at all.
He's here.
I'm just so happy he's here. Better than a car, better than anything. So, yeah, that's all I wanted for graduation.
Since Taylor was 3 months old, Chris has gone through 9 deployments.
For a total of about 1,782 days to be exact. Over the years, she's missed a lot. I've missed a lot. You know, birthdays, Christmas, that kind of thing. So I just tried my best to get here for when she graduated. This is my last deployment, so I had to make it happen.
But this just wasn't a surprise for Taylor. No one in the Crafton family knew Chris would be here.
These are just things that you see on YouTube or on TV. You know, it's nothing that really happens to people that you know. So it's just the best feeling in the world.
And you had no idea he was doing this?
None. This is one time he even surprised me.
It's no surprise to this father. These graduation pictures wouldn't be right without him.
You know, this is once in a lifetime thing I had to do for her, so I'm just glad it happened.
With photojournalist Michael Yoshida, I'm Victor Correa.
Remember, if you have a story you'd like us to cover,
or if you have an announcement about an upcoming event, please send it to Interschool Mail to the TV studio at High School East, or you can email us at tv21@trschools.com. Also, be sure to tune in to TV21 throughout the day to catch this show and Times River Schools Today as we bring you stories from around the district. Also, please take a look at our website, www.trschools.com/TV21.
Well, that wraps up tonight's show from Beyond the District. I'm Brittany Osorio.
And I'm Jaden Campana. Have a great night.